Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're doing well and welcome to a Battle on Third Age Reforged. This is fought between one of my friends, Bilbo T. Baggins, and another one of my friends, Rohan Kenobi. Remember everyone, you're welcome to send in your battle replays. I will get to them when I can. And you'll get a special mention and thanks for sending in your replay. I want to say thanks to Bilbo for sending in his replay. Also, he's recently started his own YouTube channel. He's made a different type of Reforged. So if you're interested, his YouTube channel will be linked down below. But we'll start with the attackers. We have Joey One Kenobi, may know him from some of the Mad Commanders videos. He's playing as Isengard and is attacking against Rohan. So a bit thematically accurate. And we'll start with his Cav force, which is very limited. There's a unit of champions to the right hand, bodyguard tier Cav, not Lance Knights, but they're wargs, so they have the benefits from being those. Like, they cause fear, their armor piercing because of those giant hammer swords kind of stuff. And they're heavily armored. They're basically the Nazg High, but half the unit but mounted. Then he has the Trolls of the White Hand. They are pretty much the Isengard equivalent of the Olag High from Mordor. But they just look pretty sick. He also has 4 units of crossbows. As you can see, 4 units. Good AP missiles that aren't that very good at melee, to be honest. He has a unit of Urukai infantry coming that ram. Another there, and another there, all 3 pushing up rams. 3 more units of pikes. They're pretty much really good pikes. At least for orcs. And they come in pretty good numbers as well. Same thing with Urukai infantry. They're kinda like the Guardians of Kharn from Angmar, but they're, instead of being defensive focused, they're offensive focused. These are a similar story to the Angmar pikes. Which one pikes? Which one pike money? A general Lutz, I think that is in the Nazg High. Very good AP, shock infantry, bodyguard tier, multiple hit point. I think they're 3. They're pretty much heavily armoured berserkers. And that's what makes them so much better. Then we have Urukai berserkers, 3 hit points, AP, shock infantry. They don't have very good defense, and they will get shredded by arrow fire, but they will, once their hit points have gone at least. But with their hit points, they will just slaughter their enemies. Now moving on to the defenders, we have Rohan, played by Bilbo. Thank you to him for sending in the replay. He has some Riddermark archers. These are the weaker archers that Rohan can field. I think they can do burning shot, and when they're in melee, they pull out one-handed axes. Then he has some Westmark infantry, 2 units of that. They're the best sword and board that Rohan can field pretty much. Then we have some Eastmark spears. They're pretty trash, but at least they can throw some javelins before they go in. And then some Riddermark spears. they're kind of like the middle ground between Eastmark and Westmark. He also has 2 units of Helmingus. Just need to find the other one. Here. 1, 2. They're the better archers that they can field. They can do flaming shot and they pull out long swords when they get into melee. Shield Maidens are Rohan. Axe throwers, 2 units of them. They do so much damage, but since they're not AP, they may not be as useful as you'd think against Isengard. But they're good in melee as well. They're a sword and board unit in melee, so that will do nicely. Westmark Marshals, they're AP, a really good AP axeman. But ultimately they will, well, they'll die, but they won't die as quickly as some like the Westmarks, Eastmark Spears even. He has 2 units of Medicel Guard. Where's the other one? I think his other unit is back here, yeah. A Westmark Spearman here, and a Westmark Spearman there. They're the best spearmen that you can field. He has another unit of Westmark Marshals, again just for that AP. Then finally, with Theoden, or Ael, or Thengel, not sure which one that is in the unit. We have the Helm's Hammers, Bodyguards here, AP, Giant, or Great Shield unit, so they can push through their lines, and their AP, so they'll do so much damage. But without further ado, let's begin the battle. We're 4,200 frames in already, so there's 18,000 frames of fighting. But the only thing that's really happening is they're pulling those Eastmark Spearmen back, and they're putting their Riddermark Archers into loose formation, putting them back up to this hill, just here, with their beacon. No, Gondor will not be showing up to help them. Basically, I think this is like a what if scenario. What if Theoden and his company didn't go off to Helm's Deep, so Isengard sent off a decent detachment of their force to take care of these guys. So you can see the rams moving up, all 3 of them. And wait, no, the Riddermark Archers don't go up yet, but they're just shooting at heavily armoured troops. They're not going to get many kills. Well, I say that, they already got a good 9, 10. They're not going off the right target. They should wait for these pikes to move up and then just shoot them. Because you can't have pikes get into you. These guys, they're going to start running up the hill soon. And basically, it's going to be a close one, not definitely. 0 and 1%, so Rohan have killed 1% of the invading army already. And the invading army hasn't even got to hasn't even breached the walls yet. But they're definitely getting there nonetheless. And you can see that Bilbo's moving up his spears, just so he can protect that breach point. But Joey, he's moved up his champions to the right hand, and he's probably going to be going in for a cav charge. as you can see. That was a good charge. And he pulls his men out as soon as he can. These guys pursuing him. But that wasn't a very good, well, it was quite a good charge, but a good amount of those logs dropped there. And I think they might be going in for a charge on the softer units behind those spears. Like the Riddermark archers. Forgive my nose, I just went into a swimming pool and I'm a bit grotty after that. Don't worry, I didn't have COVID. But the champions of the White Hand moving up. Yeah, it looks like they are going in for a charge on these Riddermark archers. But they're taking casualties nonetheless. And there's the charge. It wasn't a particularly good one. Now they're getting hit by jabbies from the Medicel Guard. That's what those were. So yeah, these guys are just... Ouch! Those smart spearmen, they're really trying to get those kills in. And let's see just how many kills that volley got. Got a couple. 3. But, to be honest, I'd actually say that Westmark infantry push out was a success. Sorry, didn't see that. They pushed out a little. Probably just to buy their Eastmark spearmen some time to jab them down. But I think their main problem is they're not really guarding this breach point. They need to use those Eastmark spearmen, just put them like that. Just so nothing can get through, so you can save those Riddermark spears for this choke point. And then put your Westmark infantry over there as well. Otherwise, if you have to commit all your men over there, you're not going to have any men left here to protect that breach, are you? And there's no point in leaving a breach point open if you're going to defend that with all your men, and that with the unit, is there? Nonetheless, it's a unit of spears, so they will hold, to be honest. And those champions of the White Hand went in for another charge that probably didn't pay off. Yeah, that didn't pay for itself. They got a few kills on those shield maidens, but not many. And their Isengard committing over there. These guys moved over those 70 Westmark infantry. And as you can see, because he had to do that, and Bilbo didn't leave a unit of Eastmark spears or something to defend here. A, these guys were able to just get a really, really good shot off. And B, they can just push a unit of Urukai infantry up there. And they're into softer targets like the Riddermark archers. So what they should do is, yes, they're sending in jabbies. But if you move to these smart spears down here, or even if you just put them so they be gone this point here, or here, that would at least stop you, A, from being flanked, and B, from them shutting down your archers, because you don't want your archers to get shut down in a siege situation. You can see over here the trolls have been sent in. Isengard really trying to break this down. But they're actually running out of their men. They got 3 units of pikes and a few units and some hidden units here. But they got 2 berserkers, 1 Nars Kai, loads of crossbows, and 1 unit of infantry that hasn't been committed yet. That's not very many men. But these smart marshals being committed, they're the guys you want to take down these trolls. They are pretty much troll steers. They will take down those trolls. trust me. But that just getting overwhelmed pretty much. And they broke through there, no surprise, really. And it's no surprise that these Eastmark spears are just sending their jabs down straight into these crossbows. So those crossbows are a real potent threat to Rohan. And they're doing what I said they would. They are flanking right. And that unit of Eastmark spears is not going to be enough to hold them off for long. So either you're going to have to send another unit down, which they're doing. They can't get past the crossbows really. And the crossbows, they won't go down without a fight. No doubt about it. The Helmengas, they're going down a bit. They're probably going to try and shoot into this crossbow unit. And sending down a unit of Westmark Marshals to help as well. But 4 of them being dropped, 5, 6, no 7. Lots of them being dropped before they even get into their main loop. And these guys, those spears, well now it's Westmark infantry. But also, 64 units of Uruk-hai infantry. 64 Uruk-hai infantry left. 64 crossbows. Everything else, apart from those few units of Snaga that I'm pretty sure are lurking around here, everything else has been committed. But they do have a lot of men, to be fair to them. These guys, some Uruk-hai infantry, 1 unit of that, it isn't going to beat the spears and the archers. They just don't have the numbers. But maybe with another 54, that might change. These Westmark spears getting slaughtered. What, 13 Westmark marshals running for the hills? Well, actually they're just routing back to their base, but you get what I mean. There's some Medicel Guard, still got the Medicel Guard, and they're not too low on troops, they got a couple hundred men, but they had to take those Westmark spears out. They got a unit of Helm's Hammers, and 2 Medicel Guard, Westmark spears, Remark archers, and they got shield maidens, Helmengas, just shooting down at these guys. That's actually quite smart, using your Westmark marshals, raping, to just slaughter these heavily armoured and pretty much reliant on their armour men. But you want those Westmark marshals rout. But these guys, they're just sending their weapons flying. They're just chucking in their axes without a care in the world. That's what you have to do in this situation. You have to take their men out. Because you use your Helmengas to stop them from getting to your shield maidens. But to be honest, the best thing to stop them with would have been those Westmark spears. So you could have kept your Helmengas shooting them. But as it happens, their Helmengas get caught out, and for some reason they then retreat. I'm not sure why, but that gives the Helmengas all the reason they need to shoot into that giant line of pikes. Well, I guess now we know why they retreated. But those thrown axes, they're going to do a lot of damage. Tons of damage. They can't exactly do tons of damage if they don't have any axes left. They only have 1 unit of axe throwers with ammo. And then they're down to their archers pretty much. And their medical guard, of course. And 30 helmet gas. Can't forget the 30 helmet gas. This is pretty much their skirmishing force now. 2 units of medical guard, a unit of rhythm archers, and 30 helmet gas, and 121 champions that probably have a volley left in them. In fact, they don't even have that. They are out of ammo. Rhythm archers still have ammo, medical guards still have ammo. Same with this unit. He's helping shooting into the pike's flanks. That's actually quite a good idea. And as we do this, we just hear these men slaughter each other pretty much. Those pikes, you need a unit of Urukai infantry to back them up. Or even, yeah, even those 43 men would be enough, really. If you really want to do it, send in those 94 and the 43. And any skirmishers that are out of ammo. But the thing I'm most concerned about for Isengard and Joey is the fact that he's kind of letting his berserkers just get skirmished out by cheap, crappy archers. That's pretty much the opposite of what you want to be happening. Actually, those rhythm archers, they're probably out of ammo. Either that or they're probably shooting into this right now. Yeah, they're probably shooting them crossbows, so it's not such a bad mistake. It's not as bad as I thought it was. But as soon as these crossbows run out of ammo, you should be sending them in. Yeah, I'm just sending these 64 men in. They're doing nothing. Do those 64 men have ammo? Yep. You should just get your entire skirmish force shooting them. Really, and send in your infantry to just smack them. He's got 8 Urukai infantry flanking round for some reason. And there you can see those Scots Snarver. 360 of them. But they are the skirmishers, so they got jabs that will do more damage than archers would. But these guys, they're running out of pikes. There we go, they're sending in their berserkers. Those pikes are actually getting chopped up. So, this is quite a close. Rohan win by a hand. Well, yeah, Rohan are probably going to win this. And if they don't, Isengard will not have much left. As you can see, it's 74-54. So Rohan have lost a lot more than Isengard. But it's 1 choke point. Isn't it? And they're flanking. They're flanking them here. So it's gonna be interesting. You can already see these guys. Well, wow. They've lost. They're losing a lot of men. That's because those berserkers, really. You can see the skirmishers just moving up. Crossbows to have ammo. Now they're sending up those infantry. Pulling the Norskai out. That's quite a good idea. You saw them board in instead of your berserkers, kind of. Especially against these Westmont marshals that are AP. And especially with those Medicine Guard firing. That's not what you want. But this front line is kind of being torn apart right now. 59 to 81. And now they charge in the Helm's Hammers. That's quite a good idea, really. They have 3 Helmingers. 33 Helmingers. 2 units of Medicine Guard, 8. Basically, they don't have much men. And boy, is this shaping up to be a problem. You need to send in some good men to just take these guys out, because you don't want to lose your Medicine Guard like that. Neither do you want to lose your Helm's Hammers like that. Those Helm's Hammers, they could be what turns this around. 63 to 84. Those jabs, they're not hitting much. And now he sends down a unit of Medicine Guard. The Medicine Guard, they are definitely going to destroy these Snargle. You see, they've already killed 5 of them. Actually, they probably killed more than 5. Yeah, they killed 6. This is looking a little worrying. That front line is extremely thin. That's not what you want. Especially when you only have 33 men that can back it up. And you got 62 Medicine Guard, but your other 62 are all trying to just take out those Snargle. They're big pains in the butt. But now, this is worrying for Isengard. Yes, they got the Norskai. Yes, they've got some reinforcements. But most of it is crossbows. And to be honest, most of what they've got on this front line is also crossbows. They have some pikes, some infantry. But their berserkers are dead, I think. At least I don't see any of them. No. Yeah, they're dead. Let's see. There's Snargle, they're still alive. Still spraying down. Death pretty much on the Medicine Guard. And those crossbows are coming across now. But those Helm's Hammers, now that they're on the front line, they are going to start crunching through those Uruk-hai. Unless they commit those Norskai. And that. No, they've committed forwards. No, they haven't. If they commit forward these and the Norskai, that might have made them stand a chance. But right now, these guys, they're just cleaving through them. That's getting so much closer now. That's probably mostly because A, Rohan started with less men. And B, Isengard, most of what they have left is complete and utter trash. Like the crossbows. They have some infantry. Yes, they have some infantry, but most of what they have is complete and utter trash. And those Snarger skirmishers continuing to be a pain in the backside. But yeah, you can see a few pikes in the air, but most of them are doing what they're meant to be doing with their pikes down. And even then there's only about 30, 40 of them. There we go, now we see that Urukai infantry. But they're just standing it there. That's not what you want. You're pretty much letting it die. That's effectively what you're doing. You need to get those Urukai infantry in there. Get them in the fight. Those Medicine Guard catching the Snarger skirmishers off guard. And then there's Helmingus doing wonders against those crossbows, I guess you could say. There's that perpetual routing you find in Med 2 so often, manifesting itself in this battle. Can't say I'm surprised though. It typically happens in 1 and 2 battles pretty much. So then again, Med 2 is a 2007 game, 2008 on Steam of course, but let's be honest, you're gonna get some bugs in a 2008 game anyway, aren't you? But it was looking worrying for Rohan, but they have brought it back. This is a really close battle, isn't it? You can just tell how close this is going to be. Because these Snarger, they will be able to shoot. Those Snarger, they're thinning. And Isengard, to be honest, are actually running out of troops. This is going to be within some like 7-8%. Maybe 6%. So it's going to be really, really close. Those Snarger fighting to the death. They're probably going to rout soon. Yeah, as you can see, they're just dying rapidly. And the Isengard front line is thinning, those 7 pikes routing. So now it's just down to infantry. Pretty much 46 or so. 5 Shield Maidens just coming up. Just to help. Probably didn't want to be involved in that frontline fight. They want to be in a bit of an unfair one. And there go, pretty much, there goes the other unit of Snarger. 93 to 93, all square. And now these guys are just finishing off this, and then they're probably just gonna carry on with their march downwards, take on that Luminar's Kai, which turns out to be the general, which is kind of amusing. The last man to die is the general, such a coward. Those Snarger fighting to the death now, but they will die. Even if it's just 17 Medicine Guard. In fact, it's those 5 Shield Maidens are Rohan. Yeah, and they rout once again. And to be honest, I'm not sure why there's another 200 frames. Because it's just crossbows and 1 Luminar's Kai. So we'll just speed this up to 2.0. Oh, it's because those super crossbows are on skirmish, isn't it? There we go. Down to 1.0 once more. These were smart marshals pursuing the Nazkai, who is pursuing the Snargus in fact, and the Nazkai is pursuing them. 29 of those against 34 Helm's Hammers. Those crossbows stand no chance whatsoever. 98 to 93. So you can just see how close this was. Can't you? 93% of the defenders died, and 99, I believe, of the attackers die in this. Somehow they're steady. I'm not sure I'd be steady if I had giant hammers attacking me, but nothing's perfect. And these two Westmont marshals still pursuing that guy. Helm's Hammers. They're trying to kill that general, who actually killed one of these guys just a minute ago. And somehow it takes 500 frames for them to kill this guy. And there he goes. Alright, but it takes a while for it to end, doesn't it? And there we have it. I believe that is a victory for Rohan. Well, yeah, it is, because Rohan and the last guy standing. Let's have a look at these kills for Bilbo. Those Helm's Hammers, they sustained 32, but they got 427 kills. I think there's some like 1500 florins, so that's a pretty good trade-off, I'd say. One Medicel Guard, 45 casualties for 187 deaths inflicted. The other one, 47 deaths on their part, but 126 orcs killed. Shield Maidens, 113 dead and 184 kills, and 118 dead and 264 killed respectively. Somehow the Ridmark archers, which are the weaker archers, got nigh on 200 kills each. Eastmark Spearmen, I'm not actually surprised, 167 and 129, because of all their jabs that they throw before they go in. I'm surprised about the Westmark Marshals here, only 88 and 115, that's not many. Helmengas, 104, 112 respectively. Wait, no, 95 and 160 even. Westmark Marshals 58 and 34. That's even worse than I thought it was. Well, they might have gone up against an odds higher than that. So fair enough. That is the battle, and thank you for watching. See you next time.